What the hell? This random number has called me 2 times in a row now. Wait, let me see. That's not a random number. Then what is it? Don't get mad at me, but I put you down as a reference for the new job I applied for. A reference? Who did you even say I was? My current manager? Okay, be quiet and don't say a fucking word. Hello?
Hi there. Is this Spencer?
Why, yes, it is. I'm assuming you're calling about Brianna.
Yeah, I am. I see here on Brianna's job application that you're her current manager.
That is correct, yeah. She informed me that I should be expecting a call this week regarding her interview. I'm just so bummed to see her go. Are there any questions you have for me pertaining to Brianna's application?
I actually do have a few. So, at our corporation, we're very big on our staff arriving to work on time. Would you say that Brianna aligned with those values?
Oh, on time? I actually gave Brianna the nickname Early Bird Brianna because she'd come to the office an hour early just to help around.
Now, would you say that Brianna has exhibited any toxic or negative work behavior?
You know, honestly, there's just one, and it pains me to say this, but Brianna is such an incredibly hard worker that sometimes she forgets to stop. I have to remind her constantly that she needs to go on breaks just so we can align with the labor laws we have here. However, if it was up to her, she'd be working nonstop.
Well, then she sounds like just the candidate we're looking for.
Well, if she is, I hope you tell her fast, because let's just say you aren't the first person who's called me this week wanting to hire her.
I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Now, before ending this call, are there any questions or concerns you have for me?
Yeah, I mean, it's an absolute shame, but if Brianna isn't growing with us anymore at the paper factory. Oh, sorry, cut out for a second there. At the paper factory, then I know for a fact that she's going to flourish with you guys. So please just take really good care of her.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye-bye now. Damn, bitch, that was really good. I know. What's going on?
I see the sedative I gave you has finally worn off.
Where the hell am I?
You're in a secret room at a disclosed location, and before you ask, I am not at will to provide that information to you.
Okay, well then let me ask a better question. Is there a reason you have me sitting on this dirty-ass fucking floor in freshly washed clothes?
Wait, what?
So you have enough time to sedate me, kidnap me, and then bring me to a disclosed location, but you don't have enough time to mop the fucking floor?
Excuse me?
Not to mention that poor excuse for a bed that you got over there. Did you expect me to sleep in that bitch?
Well, I mean, yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah. No. Does your mother know about this?
My mom and I aren't on speaking terms as of right now.
Well, clearly, because I know if you guys were, this place would not be looking like this. That much I know for sure.
Hey! Cleaning supplies is expensive nowadays, and I don't have the money for that.
Well, of course it's expensive. That's why we have coupons. Did your mom ever teach you about those?
No.
I'm sorry. Well, if you want to pull up a seat, I could explain it to you.
Okay.
So typically, each store you go to has an app where you can upload coupons to a digital wallet. Oh, and I almost forgot. In certain states, they allow you to bring your total down to $0 in the store when using coupons, but not every state allows it. So you have to make sure you're in the right one before you decide to do something like that.
So I need to start using coupons, but can I double up on the same coupon?
Oh, absolutely. But you just have to make sure to read the disclaimer at the bottom of the coupon to make sure you're actually allowed to.
Whoa. Thank you for telling me all of this. You know, my mom never really taught me this kind of stuff, and kidnapping in this economy is so expensive.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Look, if I let you go, do you promise there are no hard feelings?
You know what? Let's just call this water under the bridge. Actually, I'll give you my number, so if you have any questions about couponing, you can call or text me.
Thank you! And also, the exit's that way.
Okay, great. Yeah, and the next time I see you, this place better be spick and fucking span, because if I come back here and this place is dirty, I'm taking your kidnapping ban privileges away for a week. So you guys know how I told all of you yesterday that my apartment complex was sending back all of the PR packages I was getting? And there were like a good 20 some on PR packages that I just never received because they kept sending them all fucking back! Well, it turns out I don't think I will ever be getting those PR packages because I found out some more information. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! So funny story, as we're all well aware, my apartment complex was returning all of my PR packages back to the sender. Why, you might be asking yourselves? Well, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but my last name is Hunt. And before everyone in my comment section is like, wait, your last name isn't Wah? No, bitch, my last name is not Wah. My last name is Hunt. Anyways, since the system in my apartment complex has me listed as Spencer Hunt and not Spencer Wah, the PR packages that had been sent to me were addressed to Spencer Wah, and they all got returned! Now, the reason I know I'll never be getting these fucking PR packages is because I found out yesterday that some of these companies were sending them back to me. Like, they were literally resending the packages that my apartment complex returned to them. And you want to know what happened when they got sent back to me? They were returned again! So these companies now are probably like, damn, we have the wrong address. I guess we won't be sending Spencer shit anymore. I would just like to make a formal announcement to any companies that have been sending me PR packages for the past 2 to 3 months. The concierge desk added a note to the system saying that I also go by the nickname Spencewuah. So moving forward, if you want to send me things, I'll actually get them this time. Please do not take me off your PR list. Sorry for the confusion, divas. I will say this time and time again. I don't know why my friends are so adamant about having me drink, because when Miss Wawa has one too many, Miss Wawa has one too many. Last night, Emmy and we went to a VIP party. After the party, we ended up going to a bar, which we should not have done. Because by the time we had gotten to the bar, I was already gone. Like, I had already reached a point of no return. Lo and behold, we go to this bar, we drink, we end up leaving maybe like an hour and a half later. We get back here, bitch, oh my God. I was so intoxicated. You know those like rice packets that take a minute to make in the microwave? I guess Miss Wawa did not want to have to wait a minute because I full up ate because I fully ate an entire bowl of just dry, uncooked rice. And then after that, I was like, Emmy, let's watch a movie. So Emmy and we go into her room. She puts on the TV. We're about to watch a movie. And I go, wait, Emmy, I have to go do something. I went into my room, stripped, butt-ass naked, and went to bed. Emmy told me that she was waiting for me to come back for like 15 minutes. And when she came into my room, she saw me booty cheeks out on the bed, passed out like this. But you know what? Like, honestly, you knew what you were getting yourself into. You knew what you were getting yourself into the minute you asked me to go to the bar with you. You knew. You knew. So if you guys missed it, yesterday was the Super Bowl, aka my favorite excuse to black out for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And for the Super Bowl, my friend had this little party at her house. There were maybe like 15 of us there. Now, one of the guys that was there, I thought was really cute, okay? And Miss Wawa mixed with several drinks and also thinking a guy is cute. Yeah, not a good fucking combo. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. When I say I had a few drinks, what I actually mean to say is I had several shots of tequila. No, the reason I drank so much was because I was playing a little game with myself. And the game was called anytime Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce end up on the screen, I have to take a shot. However, because I was drunk, I felt quite bold, as one might say. And as I mentioned earlier, there was a guy at this party that I personally thought was really cute. Do you want to know what I fucking did, bitch? I pretended I lost my phone. And I was like, shit, guys, I lost my phone. Can someone call it for me? And initially, one of my friends was like, oh yeah, I got you. I'll call your phone. Out loud, I go, not you. I want him to call me. And I am pointing directly at the guy that I thought was cute. This man calls me. My phone immediately starts ringing in my pocket. And I go, OMG, it was in my pocket the whole time. I then answer the phone. Mind you, he is literally across the room from me. And I talked to him on the phone for like 20 minutes. I then told him to text me in the morning so we could grab coffee. And let's just say I haven't heard back from him since. And I don't think I'm going to. But honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of ate that up. Me acting like I lost my phone just to have it in my pocket so I could get a cute guy's number. That's wild, but bitch, like, I kind of ate that up. Like, who wants to hear something fucking hilarious? Remember how I sliced my finger open a few weeks ago and had to rush myself to urgent care to get stitches? Well, if my life couldn't get any fucking worse, guess who has to go to a hand specialist now for physical therapy? Me! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream! I know you guys can't really tell when I'm moving my hands around, but my left ring finger is very much still swollen. Now, I don't really have any pain where my stitches were removed, but when I rub like certain areas, it feels like I'm being pricked by a pin. On top of that, I can't really bend my finger all the way down, and when I do try or like push it down, it kind of hurts a lot. So I called my doctor and I was like, hey girl, my finger is still fucked up and I'm a little confused because when I went to urgent care to get my stitches, they told me that the laceration wasn't too deep, but my finger's still having a lot of problems. And you want to know what my doctor told me? Well, there's a chance that the doctors at urgent care couldn't get a full scope of how badly you sliced your finger open because of how much blood there was. And then I got some really good news. Now that they know my finger is swollen and still fucked up, there's a chance that I either 1, have nerve damage, or 2, sliced my tendon. Yay! Yay, yay, yay! Also, the last time I went to the doctor, I had my blood taken and she told me that I got my test results back. And she told me that I had to start a new diet because my cholesterol was 70 levels over than what it should be. And I had the cholesterol levels of a man in his late 60s. Turns out my paperwork also got mixed up with somebody else who had the same first and last name as me. And the other Spencer was in fact in his late 60s. So, turns out my cholesterol is fine. I just sliced my finger so badly that there's a chance I won't be able to properly move it ever again. So Miss Wawa almost had to go to urgent care in the middle of the night again because my kitten May thought it would be a good idea to try to scratch open my fucking stitches. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the daily scrape. In case you missed it, yeah, I had to get stitches because I sliced both sides of my finger open. It kind of looks like I have a centipede crawling on my finger. Here's a size comparison so you can see how fucking swollen my finger still is. Anyways, as you're all hopefully well aware, I have a kitten named May, and May is a fucking menace. Now the reason I'm so confused is before I got stitches, May did not give a single fuck about swatting at this finger. But now this little bitch thinks it's so much fun to run up and swat at my fucking hand whenever she has a clear opening. Literally last night I was laying in bed, I was scrolling on my phone like this, and May runs up onto my bed and then swats at my hand. Luckily, I clipped that little bitch's nails yesterday, so she didn't even leave a mark. Also, when she swatted at my finger, because I was holding my phone like this, she literally just scratched the back of my finger, not the stitches themselves. But like, does anybody out there know why my cat is acting like this? Actually, hold on. May, why are you like this? Like, why do you act this way? Maybe she always used to scratch at my hand and now I'm just more hyper aware of it because I have stitches. But I feel like even if that were the case, she's definitely swatting at my hand far more frequently than she used to. And I would chop it up to her thinking that my stitches are a toy, but every single time she tries to scratch them, I always have to be like, no! So if there are any pet professionals out there, can one of you please comment and tell me what the fuck is going on? Because don't get me wrong, she's a sweetheart. Like, I feel like when I talk about her on here, I'm usually telling all of you guys the bad shit that she does. But in reality, she is such a good girl. Like, when I tell her to stop, she does. She snuggles up next to me. She sits on my lap. She's literally one of the most cuddly cats I've ever met. But that doesn't negate the fact that she's been trying to fight my fucking stitches like she's an MMA fighter. So... hackers of China, please spare me! You know what? If I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, I don't want to have one alone. So, FBI and CISA warn of Chinese cyber attacks on U.S. critical infrastructure. I'm sorry, bitch, what? Bitch, what? You have got to be kidding me, bitch. And I'm a little scared because yesterday I saw that AT&T had a nationwide service outage. And guess when this article was published? Yesterday! Yup. Look, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with all of you. If there's a cyber attack and bitches start invading the US, see ya, sayonara, adios muchachos. Mwah. Like, I'm out of here. Like, absolutely the fuck not, bitch. And look, I'm not trying to kick a dead horse while it's down, but not only are we getting news about, like, these cyber attacks and also the climate crisis, but mysteriously, at the exact same time, billionaires are building underground bunkers. That's not a coinkydink, babe. These motherfuckers know that doomsday is coming, and to be frank, if that day comes, babe, I'm moving to Alaska. Catch me moving to Alaska, building a log cabin and hunting bears for food. Like, this shit is terrifying, and I have the same exact question every single time, and that's, what the fuck did I do? No, like, actually, what the fuck did we all do to deserve this? Right. Yeah, no, right. Got it. This is so annoying. What? I literally have to pay my phone bill and Sarah still hasn't paid me back after I covered her $250 bill at the bar. I'm sorry, excuse me? Yeah, she kept saying, I forgot my card at home. So I was like, okay, just put it on my card. But then she racked up $250 worth of fucking charges. And she still hasn't paid you back. No! And I even told her that I need her to pay me back so I can pay off my phone bill. Did she respond? What do you think? And you know what's so annoying? Whenever she buys anything for me, she's immediately on my ass about paying her back. But when it comes to her paying me back, she likes to take her sweet ass fucking time. Do you mind if I step out for a second? I want to hear you finish ranting, but I also want to grab some snacks. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just be here messaging Sarah, telling her to pay me the fuck back. Wait, what's that on your pocket? Oh, this? Yeah, no, I thought I'd bring a hat with me just in case it gets cold, you know? Oh, okay. I'll see you in a little bit. Some bitch owes my bestie money and doesn't want to cough it up. Yeah, no, not on my watch. You're hearing this? I'm busy. Leave a message after the beep, bitch. Hey, it's been an hour and you're still not back yet. Are you okay? Hey girl, I'm back. Bitch, where the hell have you been? I was worried. I thought you were just going to the store to get snacks. Oh yeah, I mean I did get snacks, but I also robbed Sarah. What? Well, I figured if she wasn't gonna pay you back, I could at least steal some of her shit. You could go to a pawn shop, sell it, make a few extra bucks. No, you didn't. Oh, but I did. So, I stole her Ninja blender. There's a coffee maker in here, a juicer, and look at this cute pretty vase that I found. Bestie, that's not a vase. You stole her dead grandmother's urn. Well, I guess you should have thought about that before swindling money from my best friend. Bestie! Return the urn! Okay, fine, but what about everything else? Oh, bitch, I'm still selling the rest of that shit. You can leave it here, but when you return the urn, can you do me a favor and just swap that out with something that looks extra expensive? Say less, girl. Whenever I tell people that I want to be filthy fucking rich, I'm usually given the follow-up question of,
Well, how rich do you want to be?
bitch, I want to be Paris Hilton rich.
That's hot.
Like, remember when the cops found her bag and it had Coca-Cola in it? And when she got questioned by the police about clear evidence indicating that she had an illegal substance in her bag, she said, that bag looks too cheap to be mine. That is how rich I want to be. Like, I need all of you to close your eyes really quick and put yourself into that exact situation. You've been detained by police. They put you into a room. Somebody walks in to question you. Suddenly, the officer whips out your bag, which has jail-worthy, incriminating evidence in it. The officer's like, we found an illegal substance in your bag. And you have so much fuck you money that you look this officer dead in the fucking eyes and you're like, yeah, no, that bag's too cheap to be mine. Imagine. And do you guys know what kind of bag it was? It was literally a Chanel purse. And do you want to know how much Chanel purse goes for now? The cheap bag in question nowadays costs upward of $7,000. $7,000! And Paris Hilton said that that shit was too cheap to be hers. So the next time I say I want to be filthy fucking rich and someone asks me, well, how rich do you want to be? That is how fucking rich I want to be. I cannot stand fuck-ass old people! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! What the fuck is up with some of these old people feeling comfortable enough to be blatantly rude to people's faces? Because today, I went to the gym in my apartment complex, and the way that the gym in my apartment complex is set up, I'm gonna show you guys. It has this massive, like, floor-to-ceiling window, and then against the window, there are 3 treadmills. Now, to enter my gym, I have to walk past this massive window, and today, there were 3 older people occupying the treadmills. Now, I'm walking to the gym door, so I'm passing this window where these 3 old people are, and they're staring directly at me. And all of a sudden, these 3 old ass motherfuckers, while staring at me, they all start laughing. And I need you all to know that at first, I honestly did not think anything of it, because in my head, I was like, you know what? Maybe they were having a conversation prior to seeing me, and that's what they're laughing about. So I just went about my business. I went inside, and now usually I'll go on the treadmill to warm up, but because they were all occupied, I was like, you know what? I'll just go on the elliptical. So I go on the elliptical machine. Mind you, it is directly behind the treadmills. And all of a sudden, I hear these old ass fuckers laughing and making fun of my hair. When I go to the gym, I go with my hair in a small bun with a headband to like pull back my hair because I don't want my sweaty ass hair landing in my face when I'm working out. And I can literally, the entire time, I can hear them talking about how long my hair is. And then one of the women on the treadmill said and did this. Like I'm seeing it happening in front of me. She goes,
I just want to do this.
Whoa. They all immediately start laughing again. Finally, though, the woman who made that snarky ass joke about cutting my fucking hair, she gets off the treadmill, and I guess she didn't know that I was behind them the entire fucking time, because she turns around, sees me, almost fucking gasps. She literally goes like, and then immediately stares down at the ground. At this point, I'm thinking, no, I can't stand you motherfuckers. Fuck all 3 of you. And because your old ass got off the treadmill on the far right was open, so yeah, I did hop on that bitch. I hopped on the treadmill and I immediately clocked my head to the left to look at these old ass motherfuckers. And I go like this. Like, what do you have to say now? But regardless, I started my workout on the treadmill. I didn't say anything. However, I'm just confused because you would assume people as old as them, I'm assuming they're in their late 70s, you'd assume they wouldn't make fun of a stranger at the gym, especially with one fucking foot in the grave. But honestly, at this point, I don't really give a fuck. I did my workout, I got my shit done, and I walked away knowing that I at least have 50 more years left in me, which is far more than I can say for those old decaying bastards. I feel like telling somebody, I hope both sides of your pillow are warm at night, is such an incredibly evil statement to make. So here are some rebuttals that I've found and made if anyone ever says that shit to me. Because if you go low,
Mama's going lower.
1, I hope you walk on a wet floor with socks on, bitch. 2, I hope you stub your pinky toe on every sharp corner in your home. 3, I hope your phone dies the second you plug it in. 4, I hope when you're washing your hands, your sleeves roll down. 5, I hope every YouTube ad you get is unskippable. 6, I hope you go to bed and feel toast crumbs in your bed sheets. That one's evil. 7, I hope every freshly washed white shirt you wear gets stained. 8, I hope you get a hair stuck in your eye and can't find it. 9, I hope the clock switches to 11:12 every time you're about to make a wish at 11:11. 10, I hope you spend the rest of your life feeling like you're about to sneeze but never do. 11, I hope every zipper you have breaks. And 12, I hope you hit your ankle with a razor scooter. I really hope these rebuttals help you guys to some extent. Thank you. I need a man with a mullet and a mustache so fucking fucking bad, bitch! I want one now! At this point, I feel like I need a man with a mullet and a mustache more than I need air! Like, I feel like I can't breathe and I need to go grab my nebulizer. Where do I find one? Where do I find a man with a mullet and a mustache? I will pay! I will pay! Tell me where they're at. Tell me where they're at! I want one now! I sound like I need to go to a psych ward, like yesterday. As many of you guys are well aware, I was in Vermont for a few days, which meant I had to be away from my child. Now, while I was away, I saw a lot of people commenting, being like, oh my gosh, where's Maymay? Or did you really leave Maymay all alone? Bitch, are you fucking dumb? I would never in a million years, like ever, leave Maymay alone in my apartment to fend for herself. Of course I hired someone to look after her. Are you bitch what? However, with all of that being said, it's time for your weekly Maymay updates. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, no fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the weekly Maymay update! First things first, I need to show you all of the pictures my cat sitter took of Maymay while I was away. The first photo, this is actually my favorite. Oh my god! This is actually my favorite photo that she sent me because she looks so cute. This photo is also really good. It's of Maymay in the sink. And now here are all the other photos that the cat sitter took of my beautiful angel! Anyways, Maymay was actually on her best fucking behavior when I was gone this time around. She didn't claw or destroy my toilet paper. The cat sitter was also telling me that Maymay got a lot better with like not scratching and swatting at her. And I know Maymay missed me, but oh my god. I know Maymay missed me when I was in Vermont because ever since I got back, when I go to sleep at night, Maymay will sleep right next to me, like under my arm on the pillow next to me. This is a photo I took of me and Maymay waking up the day after I got back from Vermont. And as you can see, she is literally right next to me. The cat sitter also told me that Maymay seemed a bit restless, like she wasn't getting that much sleep. And I know for a fact that this is true because when I got back from Vermont, Maymay took the longest nap I've ever seen her take since I've had her. Like she slept for so long, I had to regularly check up on her to make sure she was breathing. But when Maymay finally woke up, do you guys want to know what she looked like? She looks lost, disheveled, her ear is fucked up. Oh, I know she slept good. But aside from that, Maymay's been on her best behavior since I've been home, and I'm just really happy I get to be with my baby! Bitch, we have a problem. Well, technically, we don't have a problem. I do, but because I have a problem, I'm making it everybody else's problem, okay? After taking a trip to a ski lodge in Vermont, I think I found my type, and honestly, it is quite terrifying. I ended up going to this bar while I was at the ski lodge, and the bar had like this underground speakeasy, and when I tell you, the men that were down there, the best way I could describe them is they all looked like they'd hate crime me. It was literally filled with guys who looked like they shower every 2 to 3 business days and they just had like scruff and a mustache. And I don't know what it was about them, but they made me feral. Like I saw them and I was like, I need you more than I need fucking air. Every time I turned around, I was facing like this beautiful man with a mullet and a mustache. And this was my honest to God reaction each fucking time. What else was I supposed to do? But honestly, some of them must have also liked what they saw because I was like this while I was in Vermont. And girl, I had a guy buy me a drink. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Proud of it. Also, some of these guys were staring at me a little too long. And I don't know if it was because they thought I was cute or they were debating whether or not to scream the F slur in my face. But to be honest, I'm delusional, so I'm just convinced that they were all in love with me. And Paramount Plus, please invite me back to the lodge next year. I am not joking. I know I'm gonna find my future husband there. I know it for a fact. Please invite me back again. Please. I was traveling like all day yesterday, and just for you all to understand what I mean when I say all day, I started off in Vermont, okay? Woke up at 7 a.m., then took a shuttle to the Albany airport at 9 a.m. I then had an hour-and-a-half flight to my layover in Philadelphia, to then get on another plane for a 5.5-hour flight to Los Angeles, and then I had an hour-long ride back home to my apartment. Now, why am I telling you all of this? Well, since I was traveling and I didn't really have Wi-Fi, I couldn't look at social media, and when I got back to my apartment, finished unpacking, showered, and finally got to lay in bed, I go on TikTok and I see a notification at the top of my screen and it's a comment that says, OMG, we're literally twins! Girl. No! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scribe, bitch! Are you kidding me? The other day while I was in Vermont, I used the Wicked filter and sang the ending to Defying Gravity in the bathroom. Anyways, after posting that, I really didn't think anything of it. I went about my business, I traveled back home. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think this is the first time in a very long time where my comment section was literally filled of profile pictures with me looking like Elphaba. Not this Elphaba, this one. I literally had to scroll like 10 times just to see a normal profile picture. Like, you guys are batshit insane. But who the fuck am I kidding? Like, honestly, I should have seen it coming. Like, my dumbass. However, this picture of me doesn't even look half bad. So, Broadway, hit me up if you're ever looking for a new Elphaba, because, mama has some pipes. See you on Broadway. So last night I had to save my best friend Emmy from this scary ass fucking man at the bar. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Before anyone says anything, no, I will not be taking off this hat because what lies under here is scary. Anyways, last night, Emmy and we went to this bar. We were already intoxicated by the time we had gotten to the bar. The first thing we did when we got there was we went to the claw machine. I ended up winning this little guy. And when I say winning, I mean I shoved my hand into the claw machine while intoxicated and ripped this bad boy out of there. Here's a video of me doing that. However, while Emmy and I were playing with the claw machine, this like random guy comes over and grabs Emmy by the waist. And he's like, I want to dance with you. You want to dance? Okay. I end up grabbing this man off of Emmy and I'm like, I want to dance. And before he could say anything, I drag him onto the dance floor. I want to show you what I was doing to this man because like I had to protect Emmy at all costs. Like, that's my best friend. You got the wrong bitch. I literally was like, I'm literally on the dance floor with this man and I'm going like this. Ooh. It kind of backfired though. I guess that man was a little too drunk and he fully thought I was a girl. And he was like, you're a pretty lady. Can I get you a drink? How drunk are you, sir? No, you can't, you scary motherfucker. Like, that's not what I was trying to do, sir. I was trying to make you uncomfortable for making my best friend uncomfortable, but instead, you thought I was a lady and want to buy me a drink now. Obviously, I said yes, because it's a free drink, like, hello. So I let this guy buy me a drink, and then me and Emmy ended up, like, sprinting away. Miss Wawa doesn't play around. So if you want to fuck with my friends, prepare to get fucked by me. Wait, I don't really like how that sounded, so, let's backtrack. If you fuck with my friends, prepare to get fucked over by me. That was better. Pardon me for not posting yesterday. I was literally on a plane all day long. If you guys didn't know, I'm currently in Vermont with my best friend Emmy and we're staying at the Paramount Plus Lodge. However, we almost actually didn't make it here at all. And that's because of some fuck-ass middle-aged white lady that was on our plane. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fuck-ass time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream. Before anyone asks, I will be showing all of you what Paramount Plus hooked me and Emmy up with, cause holy shit, bitch. Regardless, Emmy and I had connecting flights. Now, the first flight Emmy and I were on was delayed and we were originally supposed to land in Washington, D.C. at like 3:30 p.m. Our connecting flight was booked to start boarding at 4:20 p.m. and then take off at 4:40 p.m. So Emmy and I would have had like an hour to get to our next flight. But since our flight got delayed, we ended up landing in Washington, D.C. at 4:30, which meant we only had 10 minutes to get to our connecting flight to Albany. Now, the pilot knew that some of us had to sprint to our connecting flights so we wouldn't miss them. So he told everybody on the plane, like, hey, you don't have a connecting flight. Let anybody who has a connecting flight go through first. After we hear the pilot say that, Emmy and I immediately, we get up, we start walking towards the exit of the plane, and this fuck-ass middle-aged white woman, she ends up standing up and blocks me and Emmy from exiting the plane. Oh my god! Mind you, Emmy and I were seated in the back of the plane, so we literally had to get through rows of people just to get to the exit. So me and Emmy, we look at this lady and we're like, we're sorry, but we really need to get through. Our flight is taking off in 10 minutes. And she looks at Emmy and I and she goes, I have a connecting flight in an hour. We all have to get off this plane. Be patient. That's what? Our plane already started boarding, you dumbass. Now, Emmy and I, of course, again, were like, well, our flight literally takes off in 10 minutes. And she's like, do you see the cast on my hand? Be patient. This lady did not have a cast on her hand. You wanna know what this fuck-ass bitch had on her hand? A wrap that I could have bought at CVS. She then, let me show you what she did. While she is blocking Emmy and I in the aisle, she starts slowly putting on her jacket. And she took so fucking long that by the time she was done putting on her jacket, everybody was already getting up to exit the plane. And me and Emmy, like, we just had to wait. We literally just had to wait. This miserable fucking bitch then starts complaining about Emmy and I to the flight attendants. And she's like, they literally try to run me over. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, I will run you over and I'll fuck up your other hand too, dumbass. Like, how fucking miserable do you have to be to prevent somebody from getting to their connecting flight? The entitlement. Finally, we make it to the shuttle that brought us to our connecting flight, and me and, oh my God, we were so fucking lucky because our connecting flight was really small. Like, it was in a small ass plane. The pilot already knew that like a handful of us were gonna be late because we all had delayed flights because of the snowstorm. So the pilot, he held the plane to make sure that we all got there. Also, to the fuck ass woman who almost made me and Emmy miss our flight, I hope you know that you are going straight to fucking hell. Also, you had the worst highlights I had ever seen in my life, and you're really lucky that I don't listen to my intrusive thoughts because I was about this close to breaking your other fucking hand. The more that I think about it, I don't think I could ever date, let alone marry an actor, especially if that actor is in like scandalous TV shows or movies. Because don't get me wrong, I know it's acting, I know it's all for the cameras, I know it's for the audience. However, if I saw a movie or a TV show that my significant other was in, and they had a spicy scene with another character, oh bitch, put me in the psych ward or send my ass to prison. Because some of these scenes, like some of these sex scenes, look a little too real. They come across a little too real. And if I saw my future partner in one of those scenes and they looked like they were having a little too much fun, babe, get the mood stabilizers ready because I'm gonna have to be on a lot of them. Not only will you have me on mood stabilizers, but you're also gonna have to put me in a straitjacket and have me mentally evaluated for the next 24 hours. And again, I get it's acting. Trust me, like I really do. I get it. But I am too insecure to be dating somebody who does it for a living. Because if I saw my significant other getting down and dirty with some other bitch, oh no, call the cops. You know, I thought we were leaving our childish behavior behind in 2023, but I honestly should have known better, especially when it comes to you bitches. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scream! Yesterday I posted this video using a CapCut template.
2 more lines and I finish. I said, better late than never, better late than never.
Now I did this trend because I thought it was cute, it was fun, it was nice. And in my head I was like, oh, the girls are gonna eat this up. They're going to love this. No. The girls didn't eat this up. They ate me up. No! Guys, like literally wait. I know you're using this fuck ass photo of me to be like funny and silly, but you do know that in like the second half of that video, I look like this. You know you can screenshot this picture and use it as your profile pictures too, right? I mean, I usually do that shit to myself. For example, the other day when I was scream crying in my room over a man, and suddenly my comment section was filled with profile pictures looking like this. See, like this one I did to myself, clearly. This time around, I actually used like a decent photo / video of myself. I mean, granted, the first video I used in that edit looked a little fucking crazy. However, the second video I used in that edit, I look good. I mean, I don't really mind it because with each new profile picture, there's a new branch in the Spencewuah Parliament. But like, can't you guys just maybe use, I don't know, like one good photo of me? Just like one. Unless your goal is for me to start scratching my face and ripping out clumps of my hair. Then in that case, you're doing a great job and keep up the good work. I don't know why my friends insist on me drinking with them when they are all well aware that the only thing that will come out of it is me becoming a menace to society. But my friend from Arizona is currently visiting, and last night she was like, Spencer, you have to come out with me. I want to get drunk with you. Babe, you just made a rookie fucking mistake. You want to get drunk with Miss Wawa? I don't think she fully understood what she was signing herself up for, because after that 5th shot of tequila, I was on one. Here's a video of me at the bar we were at calling random straight people the F slur. Back up!
Oh my god!
Now, I didn't know this, but the people I was screaming that at knew me from TikTok, and my friends had to be like, we are so sorry, he's usually not like this. And the people were like, no, we love him, he's a sweetheart, he's hilarious. Then after that, my friends told me that I kept doing this to random men at the bar. I ate you down, huh? And then I would just walk away like this. Let's just say that by the end of the night, all of my friends, including myself, were heavily intoxicated, to the point where my friends lost me at one point, and then when they found me, I was outside talking to a random group of strangers. If you want to get drunk with Miss Wawa, you need to come prepared, because it is not for the faint of heart. Guys, I found out yesterday that I had been sent over 20 PR packages in my apartment complex. Returned all of them! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the daily fucking scrape! So I received a call from the concierge desk in my apartment complex yesterday afternoon, and they were like, hey, is this Spencer? And I was a little confused, so I was like, yeah, this is. Like, is something wrong? And they went on to ask me if I went by any nicknames. Naturally, I was like, yes, because sometimes I receive mail and it's delivered to me as Spencewuah, and suddenly I hear this man on the phone go,
"We found him."
now I'm sitting there like, found me? Like, what the hell are these people talking about? The man on the phone asked me to come downstairs. I obliged. The security officer who was at the front desk at the time ends up walking into this back room and then comes out with 2 packages. And the packages were sent to Spencewuah. Now in my head, I was like, oh, well maybe they just had a double check to make sure it was actually me so they didn't give my PR package to a random stranger. Nope! Come to find out, bitch! They were telling me how they kept receiving packages for a Spencewuah, but when they were looking up residents who live in my apartment complex, Spencewuah does not come up. And they start telling me that they had been receiving so many packages for a Spencewuah that they had to call every Spencer in my building to see which one of us went by that nickname. They then go on to tell me that within the past 2 months, I had received 20 some on packages, but because they didn't see Spencewuah in their system, they returned all of them! Mind you, this makes sense to me because I kept having companies DMing me being like, hey, did you get our package? And I kept having to be like, what package are you talking about, Diva? I think you shipped it to the wrong address. Luckily, now the people at the front desk know that I go by the nickname Spencewuah, so they added a note into the system so whenever they get a package, I'll actually get it this time. And I'm sure these companies are like, this stingy fucking bitch. We're sending you shit and you're just lying to us saying that you didn't get it. To any companies out there that have been sending me PR packages, I am so fucking sorry. I swear to God, I have not been getting your packages. Please don't take me off your PR list. Like, I'm so sorry. Now that it's tax season, let me talk my fucking shit. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scrape. Bitch, honestly, like, where do I even begin? Because you mean to tell me that I work my ass off all year fucking round, literally pouring my blood, sweat, and cooter cat into what I do, and now Uncle Sam wants a cut of what I've made? Babe, that is fucking heinous. And what's even worse is you're using that fat ass fucking check that you've taken from me, Uncle Sam, to fund projects that I literally didn't sign off on and don't approve of. Also, not to mention the mind fucking complexity of it all. I literally say this every single year, but why does the IRS and the government make doing taxes so unbelievably fucking hard when they know how much we owe them? You mean to tell me you know the exact amount of money I owe you, but you just don't want to fucking tell me? And if I get the calculations wrong and I don't pay enough, I can get sent to federal prison? Babe, you got me all the way fucked up. You can also have penalties added to your taxes if you don't pay enough, and they can even add interest to your taxes if you miss a due date. Meanwhile, we have billionaires who are rich as fuck who barely even pay taxes. And that's because the entire system is fucking rigged and these big corporations are able to dodge these taxes with fancy accountants and loopholes. On top of that, you want me to give you a big ass fucking chunk of my earnings and then expect me to live off of the small amount of money I have left in this economy? Babe, gas in California is $6, and if you go to the grocery store for some basic necessities, that should cost an arm and a leg. Like, I know for a fact that if this shit were happening in the late 16 or 1700s, we would be up in arms with the US government telling these bitches to give us our money back. And then we have bitches in the older generation that are literally 1 foot in the fucking grave, so I don't even know why they're opening their mouths. Being like, well, maybe if you worked harder, you'd actually be able to afford things. Bitch, when you were younger, you were able to buy a plot of land with a quarter and a head of lettuce. I can barely fill up my gas tank without worrying if I'm gonna miss a rent payment. We are not the same. The system is rigged, fuck the government, but I don't want to go to federal prison, so... Bitch, in case you didn't know, I sliced both sides of my left ring finger open yesterday. Trigger warning real quick. Here are the stitches. I know, right? What a great way to start off the first fucking day of February! Oh, but if you thought that was all, no. My kitten May May has been trying to scratch and attack this fucking finger because she thinks it's a fucking toy. Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch. It's time for the Daily Scrape! I don't know what the fuck May May is on, but she's clearly on something. Because yesterday I had to wear this garment on my finger. I was able to take it off this morning, but even with the garment on, May May thought that my finger was some fuck-ass toy. Because all that bitch was doing last night was running up to my hand and trying to swat at it. This bitch literally, while I was walking into my living room, ran up behind me, jumped, and tried to scratch my finger. Obviously, I had to get my handy-dandy spray bottle out because I'm not trying to have May May scratch open my stitches. But this morning, I was able to take my garment off, and I was really hoping that with it off, May May wouldn't attack my finger anymore and not think it's a toy. Especially because, I don't know, now she can see it's actually my fucking finger. But no, May May's still been trying to attack my finger because she thinks that my stitches are fun string to play with. And yes, I am hopping online and embarrassing my daughter. Because you know what? I've been trying gentle parenting with May May, and for the most part it works. But ever since I sliced open my finger, this bitch thinks it's a fucking game. So yes, I've come online to embarrass my daughter. I don't think it's something parents should do, but unfortunately, she's left me with no fucking choice. So May May, cut the bullshit! Guess who had to go to urgent care this morning because they sliced their fucking finger open with a knife? Me! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the daily fucking scribe! I don't know if the universe is just fucking with me at this point, but when I die and I make it to the big bitch upstairs, I'm gonna KO that hoe. Let me set the scene for you bitches. So this morning I'm in my kitchen, and if you know me personally, you know that I love having candles or wax burners going because I love when my apartment smells like the candle section at Home Goods. Anyways, I noticed that the wax on one of my candles, about like this big, I'm not even joking, actually a little bit smaller. I noticed that the wax had like melted over the wick, so I couldn't light it anymore. Now in my head, I was like, you know what? Why don't I grab a knife and dig out the wick so I can just relight this fuck ass candle? And that was a rookie fucking mistake. I don't know if the glass was just like too fragile while I was holding the candle, but I was holding the candle like this. I have the knife and I'm like lightly going on the outside of the candle just to like dig out the wick like this. Now I guess I was just jabbing away at the wax way too fucking hard, or I'm just the fucking She-Hulk, because the knife fully busted through the bottom of the glass and sliced my finger open. But we're talking about me here, so obviously the situation gets much fucking worse. At first I was literally wrapping my finger with paper towels because I refused to see the damage and I was in complete and utter denial, even though there was blood actually everywhere. But after wrapping my finger about 6 times and realizing that the bleeding was not gonna fucking stop, I ended up going to urgent care. So I rewrap my finger again, I get in my car, I drive over to urgent care, and just so you guys can see how heavily I was wrapping my finger, this is literally how many layers of paper towels I had wrapped around my fucking ring finger, and I was still bleeding through the paper towel. I finally get called in. The doctor who's stitching me up is so nice, but obviously after stitching me up, she had to bring me to the bathroom so I could wash my finger with soap and water because there was blood everywhere. And when I'm like scrubbing the blood off my finger, I noticed that this side of my finger starts stinging so bad. Come to fucking find out, bitch. When the knife went through the glass, it sliced me on this side, but the glass sliced me on this side too, which is right on brand for me. Like honestly, I know that God likes to give his battles to the strongest warriors, but this past January already did a number on me, and now we're in February. God, I need you to remove my name from that fucking list. Guys, like, please don't judge me for what I'm about to say, but sometimes I catch myself reminiscing and somewhat missing when we were all under lockdown because of COVID. And by somewhat, I mean, like, I miss it a lot. Like, I don't miss COVID. I don't miss the pandemic. I mean, we're pretty much still in a pandemic because COVID hasn't stopped and an immense amount of people are still getting it. So please be safe. But like, when the lockdown first happened, yeah, we all went kind of batshit insane. But after a while, like, that shit kind of ate down. And I mean, yeah, everybody was experiencing some type of mental breakdown because we weren't allowed to leave our homes and we weren't used to it. But it was kind of nice knowing that we were all having like one big massive breakdown together and we weren't alone in that aspect. I remember FaceTiming my friends until like 3 in the morning playing Roblox, Minecraft, or Among Us. My sleep schedule was unrepairable at the time. Literally, I was going to bed at 4:30 in the morning and waking up at 10 a.m. for classes. But like, even though my sleep schedule was fucked, it didn't really matter because I didn't have to leave the house and I didn't have to get like ready for classes. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to be out of lockdown because now I can actually see my friends, we can go places together. But like, at the moment lockdown was happening, sure, everyone was like, what the fuck, I hate this shit. But looking back on it, like, sometimes I'm like, damn, lockdown was like kind of a serve. And like, I don't ever want that shit to happen again, but in that same breath, I do miss it from time to time.